Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm here at the Jamaica High Commission, whereby I had a luncheon today as a guest with JAMPRO, which is the investment arm of Jamaica.
Investment arm of Jamaica.
Yes.
We deal with investments and export.
Investment and export.
Yes.
And I've got with me the Vice President of Marketing, Mr. Gabriel Heron. Now, the reason why I said that, let me just have a quick chat with Mr. Gabriel Heron, is because he quoted some figures which I wasn't aware of, and some information sometimes that we are not privy to. He's privy to it, JAMPRO is privy to it, maybe some people in the sectors are privy to it, but I want to make sure that persons from Jamaica or in the diaspora are aware of it. Sir, how are you? Nice meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Awesome.
Pleasure.
Awesome.
Pleasure.
Now, thanks for coming for the invitation today. Now, you set out some sort of figures today because I raised a point, even saying that Jamaicans sometimes is not aware of some of the developments in Jamaica, and sometimes Jamaicans on the ground sometimes are not aware of what is happening. What can you say in a few minutes so people can be aware of where we're at now with JAMPRO and development in Jamaica?
Okay, first of all, thank you very much,
No problem.
SYLBOURNE, for having me,
Yes.
for taking the time to interview me here. And it is important for everyone, Jamaicans in the diaspora and at home, to be aware of the developments and the growth and the achievements that through successive administrations,
Yes.
what is being achieved now. So the groundwork has been set,
Yes.
and we're now benefiting from what the efforts over the last 5-6 years,
Yes.
or more actually.
Yes.
So things are coming to fruition, and I believe that there is a platform is now set for exponential growth. And JAMPRO is keen on sharing information for investors, potential investors, the diaspora, to recognize that we're at as I said, Jamaica is at a point where there's a seismic shift
Yes.
towards being a serious business commercial hub, global business commercial hub. And we have to recognize that, we're recognized globally for culture,
Yes.
but we're trying to shift the narrative a little bit now to business and commerce.
So what you're saying is
sorry.
No. I like what you said right there, because normally we are about easy man, cool runnings, everything
Right,
nice,
exactly,
Jamaica, Bob
right.
Marley, Usain Bolt. But you're saying there's a shift.
There is a shift.
Yes.
There's a shift, and even in the atmosphere in Jamaica, driving around Kingston, you've seen the number of cranes, you've seen the developments in the roads. A bit of a hassle, but I think persons recognized
Yes.
that things are changing.
Yes.
Not just the numbers are changing, but infrastructure-wise, you're seeing it. You're seeing it for yourself. Jamaica has experienced 16 consecutive quarters of positive growth.
Yes.
Right, in GDP, and recorded GDP growth for 2018 was 1.18%. That's fairly significant coming from where we are. We have been coming from. Unemployment rate is the lowest it has ever been in Jamaica, at 8.4%. Quite significant as well. Another figure which I actually really like is that our GDP ratio has been reduced from highs of up to 150% in 2013 to current rates of 96%, or approximately 96%. So that's almost a 33% reduction in GDP in a 5-year period.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
So what we're talking, how does that break down to? I mean, I understand the figures, and the statistician and the economics understand the figures. What is that saying now to the average person? How would we break it down?
So basically, a portion of the government's budget would go towards debt payment, go towards infrastructure building, go towards growth. So what it means is that if we have less debt to pay off, it also means that we have more money for investment in the culture, investments in job creation, and investments in other areas. And
it's interesting as well that the government recently reduced some, is it stamp something for houses?
Correct. So there have been a couple of tax reforms. So stamp duty, there's been some changes in terms of stamp duty, so there are incentives in that regard. And also transfer tax, as well as the generational transfer of property.
Yes.
So there are a lot of activities that are happening within Jamaica from an investment standpoint, from a trade standpoint, that it is important for the globe and the diaspora and business interests to recognize that Jamaica is now making a thrust. Right, the platform is there. Over the last 4 years, the stock market in Jamaica has increased by 380%.
Well, I've seen Bloomberg and all those companies being fetting the Prime Minister, fetting the Prime Minister, talking about this The stock market being very bouncy.
In 2015 and 2018, Jamaica was named the best performing stock market globally by Bloomberg. And so that speaks volumes. This is not just a matter of, it happened once, for example, but it happened twice. Yes, it's a small market, but at the same time, there are indicators in terms of the different IPOs that go to market recently. The Wigton IPO was oversubscribed recently. So local persons are very passionate and very active within that environment. Now, where I sit, the focus is on large investment development projects, but it still represents well the fact that, from a commerce perspective, Jamaica is ready and thriving, as an investment platform, as an investment country. We're ready and thriving. So there are a lot of major investments, particularly in logistics, the transportation network, over the last couple of years as well. We know about the public-private partnerships with China, but there's also commercial investments from companies such as CMA, CGM in our logistics and our shipping ports. This is $450 million that has been invested over the last couple of years. So these things are important. In terms of logistics, we have major goals of Jamaica being recognized as a transshipment hub across the world.
It's important you mention that. There are 2 points. One is there are 4 key logistics hubs, which are three. And Jamaica want to be.
Well, as I say, it's audacious, but we have to be audacious.
Of course.
We lick about we tolerate.
Yeah, well,
right?
So if what are the 3 others? Singapore,
Rotterdam, and Dubai.
And what we're actually saying is, why not dream big? Look about to tell about
for
Jamaica.
Jamaica
to be they always is saying that, in Jamaica they say don't put your hat where you can't reach it. But I always say you need to put your hat where you can't reach it, and then you try to find different ways to reach it.
Well, there's another one that says shoot for the stars, and wherever you fall, at least you're above ground.
Well, there we go.
So it all depends on how we look, and there's even more. There is, and there are ratings globally from the World Bank or Forbes magazine. That Jamaica, on these indices, these matrix, Jamaica continues to perform well year after year. And a significant one is that Jamaica is the 6th easiest place to start a business in the world.
Wow.
Right, and this is based on the World Bank Doing Business report for 2018. The 6th.
Yeah. Now it's interesting what you said right there, because like Lawrence Jones, who is the key man at the JAMPRO here.
Yeah, he's the commercial attaché.
And Lawrence has been here through successive political organizations, PNP, JLP. What I'm picking up is that the Vision 2030 seems to be something that both administration respect, and that is growing in a way.
I think Jamaica, and where I sit, Jamaica is at a crossroads now where we're recognizing just across both administrations the importance of collaborative efforts. The importance of putting the country first, regardless of, in terms of investments and economic growth and that kind of thing. So I think the point that you're trying to make is that as individuals, as Jamaicans, we are benefiting from successive governments driving growth towards a final vision, regardless of who it was initiated by or the policies or
collaborative
so to
effort.
speak. It's a collaborative effort. It is an effort that I think that is commendable, and we're seeing the benefits of it. The Jamaican people see the benefits of it, and I'm encouraged. I'm really encouraged by what's happening.
And it's interesting because I've been getting calls, persons want to tap into, like say, SYLBOURNE would like to link with you because Airbnb is taking off in Jamaica. Now, Lawrence mentioned earlier that this is a key area where members in the diaspora need to somehow start to look at as an area.
Airbnb, and I don't want to quote the figures, they're being incorrect, but I know they're in excess of, I think, 40,000 to 50,000. It is a significant area of growth in visitor arrivals in Jamaica. And in particular, what I like about it is there's a lot in Kingston. So what this means is that there's a cultural tourism aspect. So cultural tourism is a key growth area for Jamaica now.
Yes.
And where a lot of tourists are now coming to Kingston. A lot of persons are now coming to Kingston to experience.
Yes.
You know, and that brings revenue into the economy.
Fantastic.
Of course, that brings jobs into the economy. Again, it is a multifaceted thing happening. So there's tourism, there's logistics.
Yes.
You know, there's the BPO sector. There's you know, there's mining. So it really is happening.
Yes.
Jamaica is a hotspot now in many respects.
Yes. Now I'm not putting you on the spot, but
please don't put me on the spot.
But I raised a point about China, and Lawrence broke it down to say China is relative in a way when you look at some other investment which are happening in Jamaica. You've got the Spanish, you've got the oil. I don't know if that's something you want to just sort of put it into perspective. Because many people say, oh, China is taking over the world, they're taking over Jamaica. You get it all the way, don't you?
Yes.
Is it something you want? I mean, I can always edit
No,
it.
I can speak to it, and but I'll contextualize it.
Yeah, please, yes.
I think
Lauren said I should not put you on the spot. Yeah.
It is important to recognize
Yes.
the impact that China has had in the Jamaican economy
Yes.
and developments in Jamaica. But at the same time, it's important to recognize that there are many other areas or entities across the globe that are doing major investments
Yes.
in Jamaica in terms of the FDI. So in terms of tourism, for example, in terms of the logistics, I already spoke to you about the ports, for example. So whereas I think as a nation, we look at the roads because we utilize the roads a lot. So that is the most visible aspect of investments. And I think we also need to recognize that these are infrastructure projects that we needed as a country. So we have to be grateful for it, and we also need to recognize that without these type of infrastructure projects, Jamaica wouldn't be prepared for the next level.
Yes.
So it was critical to carry us to the next level.
Right.
But again, as Lawrence was saying, a significant portion of investment still comes from Europe.
Yes.
But it may not be as visible as we recognize these road infrastructure projects.
Yes.
You know, so I'll be very mindful of that to ensure that persons get the total picture first before, you know. But I'm not a politician.
Yes.
I'm a marketer.
But
so don't put me on the spot again.
But everybody talk politics, and them out, don't it?
I'm not talking.
But any final word you want to share just before we go? And thanks for the opportunity.
What I will say from a JAMPRO perspective is that we are encouraged by the development as it relates to the Jamaican economy. We're actively looking for investments and trade opportunities for Jamaica.
Yes.
I am here now. We just had a meeting in Brussels where we're engaging the honorary consuls. No.
Okay, I was checking.
In
negotiating against the Prime Minister.
Well, easy enough. Where we had a meeting in Brussels where we engaged honorary consuls across Europe. It was an inaugural conference.
Oh yes, that's what the minister was there.
The minister, Camilla Johnson, was there as well.
Yes.
Johnson Smith.
Yes.
And what it was, we presented a platform where we want the honorary consuls to engage business entities a lot more on Jamaica's behalf.
Yes.
And they were very receptive. I thought the meeting was a success. It was a resounding success, and it allowed, a lot of it allowed us to network, to engage, to build a relationship. But let me pull back. So from a JAMPRO perspective, we see things happening within the Jamaican environment. We see the interest from the global investment community. Is now just for us to get this message out there.
Right.
Is for us to actually respond to the interest and to make whatever opportunities that arise become a reality.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why I took the opportunity to have a discussion here to get this message out as well, because what I said to you is it'd be great for every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks or something whereby there's some updates so Jamaicans can somewhat feel a part of the information.
I tell you what everybody can do.
Yes,
and social media platform is an amazing place. Follow JAMPRO.
Follow JAMPRO.
On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're on all the platforms. So if you want to get regular updates of what's happening in Jamaica as relates to business, trade, investments, follow JAMPRO on any of our social media platforms. And I don't have to state handles.
Yes.
You go in and you search and you can find JAMPRO on any platform.
And you do business Jamaica as a card. Do business Jamaica.
Right.
And ladies and gentlemen, once you go, you know. That's our favorite saying in Jamaica as well. Sir Gabriel,
thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Much appreciated.
And while you're here in the UK, keep the sun. I mean, the sun has been here.
I brought the sun in.
You brought the sun, but there was a little lull.
No.
That's
because I left. I went to Brussels and I came back.
Right, so you're here, so keep the sun as much as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. And of course, follow JAMPRO. That's the most important thing. And hear more about Jamaica and the developments in Jamaica. And make sure you invest in Jamaica. Nowhere in a better than yard. Am I correct?
That's correct. A little bit with Talawa.
And Miss Lou would say, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the SYLBOURNE Show. And of course, what I'd like you to do is to like the videos, share the videos, and subscribe to the channel. Let people know about it. But important thing is also to comment. Let us get your comment, let us get your views, so we can understand how to even please you better, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I said, share, like, subscribe. Thank you. I saw you there. You subscribed and you shared. Thank you so much. See you next time. It's on? Somebody will say something.
Rampant.
What else?
Do business Jamaica.
Do business Jamaica.
Look about Italo.
Yeah.
Nothing? It's on you now.
Jamaica to the world.
Jamaica to the world.
Jamaica to the world.